Hello YouTube, UAV Marky here with a review of the X9 aircraft hexacopter, also known as the cg023, which is basically a Blade Nano QX clone. As you can see, the body is exactly the same as the Blade Nano. I have modded it, so I've cut the guards that went up and across like the Nano, as you can see in the picture. That's how it used to look like. Cut them off, don't really need them. I think it looks cool like this. Bit of a ninja look to it. What else have I done? I've obviously modded the Canopy. Now the Canopy is an interesting one. The Blade Nano QX Canopy was rubbish in my opinion. I broke both of my canopies. It's really thin, really undurable. This canopy is a nice thick plastic. It's still light, but it's a really cool plastic. As it came like that, it had that painted on it, and it was painted on both sides. I used perfume and aftershave to rub all the old paint off, and then what you're left with is a clear white plastic, as you can see through. Painted the decals in the two lines. There is a groove for that line to be painted in already, as you can see in the picture, so it's pretty easy to do. I then undersprayed it silver. Then I got some more perfume alcohol mixture and rubbed the centre out, so the centre's clear and it lets the light through, as there's two front LEDs for the eyes. Now the whole front head of the canopy glows red, even though it doesn't show up on the camera as red. It is red. They are red LEDs. It just looks white for whatever reason. This camera makes that front two LEDs look white, but the red LEDs underneath still look red. So don't know why my camera's not picking up on the red, but hey ho, spaghetti-o. Right, pop the canopy back on. What I will say, this feels very much like the Nano QX. It looks very much like the Nano QX, pretty similar weight. Flies pretty similar to the Nano QX. It's not a Nano QX. The Nano QX obviously is the Nano QX. It's not going to be the same, but I believe it's got similar motors. As it says, the canopy is similar, even though it's a better plastic, and the frame is similar as well, but it's got LEDs. It flies like a nice little quadcopter, to be fair. No, it's nothing like the Nano QX, but it is a good little quadcopter, and for the money I'd recommend it, to be fair. I've crashed it quite a lot. It's very durable, very bendy like the Nano QX. Build quality is pretty good like the Nano QX. As I say, it's one of these quadcopters where it just takes a beating and keeps on going, like the Nano QX, except it's not a Nano QX, it's a lot cheaper, but it is a good little flare. I really rate this one, the X9, thumbs up. So I move on to a quick flight, and then we'll move on to a quick night flight. As it says, with my mods with the canopy, makes the canopy look way better. Doesn't take long to do, to rub the old paint off, repaint it, do the underneath, and it glows through the centre as well as the eyes. So plug him in. As you can see, I can see red there. You can probably see bright white, but I can tell you it's red. So it auto binds, which is another cool thing, and it auto calibrates. Just turn it off and on and leave it on a flat surface and it will auto calibrate. Got 3 rates, and it beats with the rates, and the LED change colour. You've got acceleration trim, which you don't get on a lot of quadcopter controllers, as well as all the other trim buttons and the flip button. But we're all saying high rates. I've sort of managed to get it to flip on its own by full right to cut the power, and it does swing. I haven't done a full flip, but I can tell, like the Nano QX, it wants to flip, and I guarantee you can flip this manually from throwing it about. but I haven't really had a chance to throw it about since I've been doing the mods, cutting the prop guards down and messing with the paint job on the canopy, and I think it looks really good. So on to a quick flight, but before I say, it comes with all the standard palaver. I got this off Amazon. I think the company is called something, but I don't think the company really exists. I've looked on the company on this, and it's bayangtoys. I think that's a bullshit company, because obviously Blade have clocked onto these rip-offs coming out and trying to ban them all from being shipped out and stuff. So this is one that's got through the net on Amazon. I believe the one on Banggood still isn't listed yet, but that's the one on Banggood is the Banggood version is the, what is it now? It's the cg023. I've looked at that and I think it's identical to this, so I went for this one. It's only 15 quid, so the price difference isn't much. Pretty cheap. So quick flight and then on to a quick night flight. What are we in? 2, 3 high rates. Just quick flight, show you what it can do. The rates change up with the speed rates, so yep, really good. It's really nimble, really smooth, really quiet, really light. Flight time's pretty good. Your rates as I go up the speed rates, which is really good. No real complaints with this one. We'll say that the stock battery is a 150 mAh. I've plugged in a 100 mAh and it seemed to fly a little bit better with the 100, lighter weight. It does pirouettes better. It does flips more aggressively, but I'll probably prefer the flips with the 150 battery, because it's stable. With the 100 battery, the flips are a bit more aggressive and there's a bit of after wobble with the 100 milliamp battery. But with the 100 milliamp battery, this is the 150 milliamp battery, to trim it out a bit there. With the 100 milliamp battery, it seems to do pirouettes on the spot, whereas with the 150, there's a bit of, yeah, it goes off a bit with the pirouettes. Don't know what it is with the 150 battery, but just won't stay still on pirouettes. But with the 100, in fact, let's see if we've got any charge in the 100. For whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be charging. This is the 100 that I got out of a micro quad. So just a quick show of the pirouettes with the 100 and the difference between the two. So it's got the 100 milliamp battery in there, auto binds. 1, 2, 1. High rates, get there in the end. Now, pirouettes, much better with the 100 milliamp battery for whatever reason. Just sticks on its spot. Whereas with the 150 milliamp battery, it tends to waver a bit. The 100 milliamp battery sticks on its spot with pirouettes, which is Blade Nano QX like. But yeah, pretty good flyer, pretty stable, pretty easy to throw it about, pretty easy to have fun with it and try manual flips with it. But yeah, nice little quadcopter. No complaints with it really. It's not a Nano QX, but it's not far off. For a cheap China clone, they haven't done that bad, to be fair. And for the price you pay for this compared to the Nano QX, they've done a pretty good job. It's a nice little quadcopter. Does everything you want. I'll show you a flip with the 100 milliamp battery now. See what I mean about the aggressive shaking, aftershake with the 100 milliamp. Just has a little aftershake on the wobbles after flipping, whereas with the 150 it doesn't do that. but the 150 is the stock battery obviously, but with this 100 milliamp battery in, it flies just as long, but pirouettes seem to be on the spot. That's the only difference between the two batteries. Flips are more aggressive with this battery, pirouettes are better with this battery, but with the stock battery pirouettes go off a bit, but flips are better. But I would, if you've got a micro quad that you can take the battery out, or just order 100 milliamp battery, I'd recommend doing that. Anyhow, on to a night flight. Quick night flight. High rates. Don't know how long the battery will last, because I've been playing with it a bit. So just gonna show you the LEDs.